This is our first car out of A and B Group Radial. This is Michael Manuel. He is currently leading the modified class with a 6.99 average. Can he lay down one more 6 and finish the week? He is aggressive, 120, 160 foot. Cheer him on, let him hear it. To the 6s we go. Oh, baby, 7 flat. But I would not be surprised if he makes another run. This is your current leader in Unlimited. This is Timothy Blythe. They have worked their way through several problems. You see them pushing the car up to the starting line. What they need to do is stage the car under power. This is a twin turbocharged LS swapped 1964 Triumph Spitfire. Timothy and his wife out here doing the last day. Now, all he needs to do is stage the car under power, and they're probably going to use the starter to do it. That'll officially give them a 20-second time slip. Ricky is out there helping him out, putting him in just the spot, so that way Tim knows all he needs to do is just crank it and put it in. That's it. That's all he needed to do. He's got a 20-second time slip. That's all he needs to complete the week. Nathan McMaster, the 2000 model Camaro. He has been as quick as a 506. Currently has a 5.16 average. Right side, Doug Cook, the 7-second Nova. Left side has some problems. Doug Cook also a little bit slow. 5.35 to the 8th mile for the left side. 7.76 at 195 right side. The Sunset Orange Metallic Camaro left side. He has been in the 790 range as well. Look at Edwards carry the wheel stand out to 200 feet before he puts it down. And the part of the beast comes off. 767 at 176 for Frank Webb, and no parachute for Webb. Alan Whitaker left side. This is a 1972 Monte Carlo. He's doing the trip with his daughter. This is his high school car that he has owned since he was 17 years old. They have replaced 2 pistons in it and have made it here to day 5. If he stages, this will complete his first drag and drive. Whitaker in, Blaine is in. And off we go. Blaine on a good run. 486 at 146. Are you kidding me? He is lined up with the Chevy 2 Nova on the opposite side. He's running in Rowdy Radial as well. That is Derek Drake. Drake has problems. Now Ortiz left side looking for an 850. He's going to be close. 844, just a little too quick at 163. So now they got to spin it around and try again. Fonzie in the Fairmont.
Right side is 168.
Fonzie in the Fairmont. It sounds like a group of angry bees. Fonzie wants that 8-second pass to finish his week. He's got his buddies down there watching him and egging him on. It's going to happen. 872 at 153. Keith Fenstead next. The Ford Fairmont. The blow-through carburetor, single turbo. Fairmont. He's on the right-hand side. Left-hand side, that is the Dodge Challenger. The 2019 model Challenger. Right-hand side is Lamar Swindell, one of 3 Swindells that is competing. Lamar continues to have traction problems in the Camaro. He started the week great, and since then the car has had issues. Fuller is on just motor here. 992 at 132, 950 at 153 for Lamar's entry. He has been in the low 9s to an 869 for his best pass. On the left-hand side is Andrew Heinstead. He is running 6th Street Race. Andrew in the 79 Fairmont. He is on his way to a good run. The pickup truck has problems. Fairmont through the lights at 10:29 and 131, and we appreciate Sharp pulling right over and shutting the vehicle off. Unfortunately, Zachman getting it spooled up. He's in. Now for TJ. And TJ is still sitting, and now he gets there. And out of the gate they come. TJ right side looking for that perfect 8.50 number. I think he's a little quick. He is 8:47 at 160. He is lined up here against Ken Cuttle Jr. Cuttle in the 1970 Chevelle, who is currently leading, naturally aspirated. This Wheelstanding mid-9 second Chevelle, and both of them having problems off the starting line. Cuttle's going to go ahead and leg it to the finish line. In the Street Race 275 category, he has had to go through the transmission in this thing overnight. Left side, Nick and David Deal. This thing had 3 cylinders full of water yesterday. Left side is running Super Street. Right side running that 850 limited category. David's on a shot. $7.99 at 133 and an 857 for Dean. Fryer on the left side in the 1963 model Chevy Nova. He lines up with the Ford Ranger, the turbocharged Ford Ranger of Cameron McConchie. Cameron already in there right side and waiting. Off we go. And a whole lot of water as somebody left the intercooler lid loose. And there it rolls down the right side of the racetrack. 9:03 at 150 for the Nova. All right, so we send Mike Reimars and Calvin Nelson down the racetrack. 986 for the Trailblazer motor Camaro right side at 153. That completes his comeback week. This is a front-wheel drive car converted to rear-wheel drive. They're both in and staged. And it looks like Smythe has gotten the car to work on the trailer. He said that was the thing that they added in for day 5. Lester looking for a low 9. Goes 9:05. He's right where he has been. Look at his crew celebrate. Frederick, who did not complete 6th summer last year, back this year to try to, well, actually, I apologize. He finished number 3. He's trying to either duplicate it or do better than it. Right now, he's in the number 4 spot, and he spun the tires right off the starting line. As I mentioned earlier, and I'll say this to the live stream, you want to know how competitive this class is? I'm going to let KJ finish his run. 10:46 at 135. Our incoming 275 leader, Chris Mary, and the Teal Brothers Mustang sitting in the water box. Nadale looks like he's got a good one going here. We could see a new best pass. We do. 9:44, 142 for Doug. Right side, the 1967 model Chevelle. That is Aaron Gerling, who has been in the 6th Street Race and been in the 9s. Mary on a solid shot here, left side, 852.5 at 159 for Mary. Nathan McMaster, he lines up with fellow Rowdy Radio guy, CJ Durbin. CJ changed an engine in this pickup truck about 5 miles from here last year. Finished the week, too. And there goes the belt off CJ's truck for the 3rd straight day. 542 at 131 for CJ. Tell me that's not loud. Bray Cray looks like he's on a decent one. He is. 871 at 163 for the first shot for Brian Crane. 1998 model Trans Am, a first-time Dragon driver. Over on the right-hand side, this is 3 years' worth of work for Jesse Lesko. And Jesse, who had to repin his entire electrical system yesterday, showed up at the hotel at what time, Letitia? I think it was about 11 o'clock he rolled in, maybe 11:30. That is Jeremy Kroger. That's more like it. Jeremy, who blew the rear glass out of this car at Tri-State 2 days ago. Both of them on 9-digit runs at 927 and 148 for Kroger. Rich Bellman in the Pontiac Firebird. Bellman's got those wheelies under control now. He apparently doesn't like breaking control arms. Looking for another low 9-second passing. Gets a 904 at 153 for the Snafu Man. All right, so we are ready to go, and it looks like Chenoweth having some traction problems in the Mopar, so he is going to pull over to the side, make sure he's not putting anything down. Brian Havlick will finish the run in the 55 Chevy, 11:06 at 123.
What's the number?
I think that will get him close to his best run of the week. Left side trying to get the turbos spooled up. Moving around his lane, just did a little shake and bake there. 9:11 at 1:16, getting out of the gas early for Jesse. He finishes the week, though, 10:84 at 1:24. Left side, Jeremy Ortiz trying to claw his way back, and that is not going to help him. He spun the tires. The Chevy Nova on the other side in Rowdy Radial goes 668 at 119. That doesn't help him either. They want a 7-second run in this car. That's what they recently went through, a whole bunch of upgrades. But right now, I'm sure they would pretty much be happy to walk away with a mid-8-second run and the Sick Week Freaks title. Currently, their average is 8:31. The next closest car, Fonzie, has run 8:91, and that's his average. Michael Manuel left side looking for that 6. He's close to it. 7 flat 9. Are you kidding me? So left side, McMaster looking for something good on the 8th mile. He did not make a good run the first time. His average is 5:16. He's in and ready. Waiting on Acton. He's there. 132.60 foot and unfortunately spins the tires. Acton is going to be close. 8:51.4. He went 8:51.0 and now 8:51.4. They're so close. It's not that easy to tell them apart. Mindset is running in 6-3 race, and this time Blaine just lights the tires afire. Last time he hooked up good on the right side. This time no mas on the left side. 10:02, 136 for the Fairmont. That brings up the 2003 model Mustang and the 2000 model Camaro. Camaro left side goes 5:65 at 1:29 in the Rowdy Radial class. Josh Norris, the naturally aspirated mechanical fuel injection stacked 67 Nova. CJ Norris, the pickup truck. The belt shredding and belt spinning off pickup truck. This time he chatted the tires so the belt stayed intact. Norris, 10:22, 136. That is slow for him. I'm curious if Abby Hughes wants to call a lap. She's going to think about it. Eric Wigan in the big Pontiac Le Mans goes 9:22, 147. That is right in the middle of where he's been all week. 9:90 at 139 for the Corvette. Little bit of tire spin and Lesko pedals it. He wants an 8. He's looking for an 8. And he gets an 8. 8:57 at 158 for Lesko. He stages up right-hand side.
Make sure you're announce that. We get a bunch of ladies left.
La Sala goes 11:97 at a coasting 100 miles an hour. That racetrack is really warm, so it's going to take the right chassis, the right tune-up, the right air pressure. All of those need to be in the right spot in order to make the run you need. Neither one of these two cars has made a lick yet on day number 5. As soon as they stage and take the Christmas tree, they will officially have said they can complete 6 summer. They are waiting for the signal, and here we go. Burnouts can commence. Bryant Goldstone looks to possibly lock up the overall title. Left side is in. Goldstone is getting it on boost and trying to get in. He's there. A lot of tire spin for Evan, and unfortunately for Goldstone, he has problems. Urquhart, 8:52, 169. Now it's up on boost. 106.60 foot. This could be it. Top end. 650 at 223. Put your hands together. That officially locks up the winning spot. Taylor, who has run 2 7-second passes and 2 6-second passes, is clinging to a 699 average. And the rear end dancing around on her a little bit. She has to pedal it. 7:14 at 210. Swindoll in the nitrous infused 68 Chevelle. Swindoll on a good pass. He goes 8.99 at 146. That'll complete his 8-second runs. 9.39, 151 for the Mustang. Hart rolls in. And off we go. And Hart goes for second and doesn't find it. Robick trying to get close to that 991 number again. He goes right in there, 991.7. That brings up the gasser of Wayne Baker next right-hand side. Left-hand side is Dan Watts in the stick shift 2003 model Mustang. 913 at 154 for Dynan. In the 6 street race category, Cameron Alley. He is clinging to a 6,000ths of a second lead in the Mustang. He finished number 2 last year. He'd like to lock down number 1, and he's not going to do it on this run. 865 at 161. Looking for an 8-second run to finish out his week, and right now it looks like Schwartz is a little off his pace. Might gather it up at the top end, though. 889 at 160. He will face Tom Llewellyn, the stick shift car. Over on the right-hand side, Llewellyn has been digging and digging to try to improve his standing in the stick shift operation. He has done better. This year he has gotten a 976 out of the car. And this run is not going to be in that category. The Hustlin' Hillbilly goes 10:18 at 1:30. But it is some fluid on the right side. That'll give the 69 Valiant, the Wheelstanding Valiant, a single shot left side. Frank Perkins, who currently is number 3 in naturally aspirated, goes 989. Wayne Baker's already had to give it a pedal left side. Legs it through 918, 147. Corey Rusak comes in the 2014 Caprice Police Pursuit Vehicle against Joe Haney. Haney in the 1971 Nova. Joe and Rachel Haney on the left side of the racetrack. $12.67 at 109. Left side, Kim Sanacott in the Oldsmobile. Tony said he'd like to lay down an 8 to finish the week. This is going to be a 9-second run, 971 at 144. He wants to lower his 8-second lap. The 69 C28 Camaro on the left-hand side. That's Dustin Nelson. 904, 155. Schwartz actually slows. This was a special edition Le Mans. They added the shaker scoop, the rear duckbill spoiler, and some special graphics. Against the pickup truck. Over on the opposite side. It's Kayla Brown's 1937 Dodge pickup truck, 1173 at 121 each and every year for your anniversary. If you could somehow talk her into it, you are a god. Dustin West, 1947 model Chevy pickup truck on the left side of the racetrack. Pontiac Firebird goes 1325 at 103, 1454 at 95 miles an hour for the pickup truck. We will do that later today. You are welcome to join us if you want to watch. We will do it right here. Our next pair on the way down the racetrack, the Wheelstanding Malibu station wagon on the left-hand side. That's Anthony Lloyd. Lloyd goes 11.99 with a 1 at 111 in the Wheelstanding wagon. Adam Kerr running in the gasser class left side. He goes 12.83 at 107. The Chevy pickup truck goes 15.50 with a 2 at the end at 85 miles an hour. The right-hand side, the big Buick wagon of Wyatt Schultz. They call this one Whole Lotta Rosie. Rosie's going to enjoy her trip down the racetrack as the Challenger's going to get there first. 1264 at 91 miles an hour. And once again, it kind of wags the tail off the starting line. He's got some power to it now. 846 at 169. That's better than the 852 he laid down earlier. Kane is in. Jeep gets there first, 1134, 113 for the Jeep. $12.93, 104 left side, $13.44, 101 right side. Against the Gastronova over on the opposite side. That's Jerry Barnes. $11.96 at 115 right side, $13.73 at 91 for Jones entry. Justin Vinjay in the early model F body goes 13 flat with a 3 at 85 miles an hour, 1274 at 105 for the Pontiac. Brian will stage F against the Civic on the opposite side of Derek Zastro. That's a 1992 model, so a 1990 left side, 1992 model on the opposite side. Sparacino way out in front. Goes 1145 at 125. And both drivers left before the tree was activated. So neither one of them is going to get a time slip. That brings up the 77 model Olds Cutlass. The Olds Cutlass is left side. That is Russell Bichetta. Russell goes 1189 at 114, 1402. Once again, if you have a time slip that you're ready to turn in, top floor of the tower is where that needs to be done. And sooner rather than later, we would appreciate that. It'll help Tanya get the averages taken care of. Antonio working his way down left side. Goes 1180, right in the wheelhouse of where he's been, a 114. Yeah, I was going to say that's going to be the only thing. So let me see what we want to do here. Hang tight. The 69 Charger RT and the 1988 model Mustang. Running in the VW Hot Rod Gasser class, Chuck Fryer on the left. Fryer once again just pulls the wheels as he drops the clutch. The opposite side is Prescott Phillips. Phillips has been in the 1220 range most of the week. He goes 1220 at 107. Of Tanner Window. I believe there are at least two Windows that are competing. Ellen is doing so in a 1980 model Camaro. I think there might be a third. Tanner is running the Bullseye class. Goes 1256 at 106, 1480 at 89 miles an hour on the opposite side. Yes, it's a Studebaker. A very clean one at that. It's Stephen Donahue. It's been a best of 1269 so far. Goes 12:51. That's his best run of the week. This is Ellen Window, 1980 model Camaro. I just mentioned it. Here she is. She's up against the S10 on the opposite side. That's Mark Zanigan's 1988 model S10. Do you need paper?
No, I'm just trying to see if...
Michael Macknick in the Torino GT. He's on the right side. The 66 Chevelle running the Bullseye Challenge left side. The stick shift car of Kip Hansberry. Hansberry goes 12:50, a little too quick on the Bullseye. 12:20 at 1:15 for the Torino. Carl Ray Nexus in the Dodge. Lined up here with the pickup truck of Mark Sanford. McKenzie started out with a blown Mustang and now is a naturally aspirated Stang. As the blower decided it wanted to lock itself up, so McKenzie made adaptations to make it naturally aspirated and complete her week. Father Tom watching on. She goes 12:82 at 1:03. That is Nick Crangill. He made it through day 3 before he had problems. He's making exhibition runs here against the V-Dub. That is Brandon Parker. He's running Sick Week Freaks, currently in the number 6 spot with the V-Dub. He goes 11:80 at 1:16, 12:58 at 1:02 for the Bel Air. Craig Delphs in the Mercury Zephyr. He's going down left-hand side, 13:36 at 100 miles an hour, 14:70. A 14:48 right side at 94 miles an hour, 16:42, 59 miles an hour left side. Puckett, who has been in the bottom 9s most of the week. But everybody watching left side, this is for the lead in Rowdy Radio. And McMaster is hooked up good, 131.60, foot to the 8th mile, 5:06 for McMaster, 1:44. Right-hand side, Bob Gruber, your incoming stick shift class leader. He went 8:56 yesterday. Today, he doesn't have a number he can turn in yet. He needs and desperately wants a good run. And he spins the tires. He's not going to get it here. Webb is on a rip left side. A 7:57 at 1:76 for Webb, and that is his best run of the week. And he lights the tires up. That's not going to help him. 590 at 119 for the Dart. And that should lock up a top 5 spot for the Rum Runner Dart. Thousandths of a second off the lead. Who's he chasing? Chris Mary and the Deal Brothers Mustang. He is one of 2 guys that laid down a perfect 8.500 this week. Ortiz in. Benson in. Jeremy is on a good one so far. This is going to be close top, and 8:52 with a 2 at 1:62. This is the Fuller family pickup truck they call Bad Bad Leroy Brown. Wheeled last year by Father Randy, this year being wheeled by son Terrell. Right side is Fonzie Novello, the Ford Fairmont that he calls the Bearmont. It has the inline 6-cylinder Ford Barra engine with a big turbo on it. As I like to lovingly say, it sounds like a group of angry bees. The Bearmont already laid down an 8-second lap earlier today. Can Fonzie improve? 869 at 154 for Fonzie. 1979 Malibu. He sits in the number 3 spot. In Street Race 275, just 0.04 of a second off the lead. All it takes is one good run here to get him right back in. Anderson is going to have to dig hard on the back end. 860 at 162. They've been sorting it out throughout the week. He's been looking for something in the 11s. 994 at 135 for Norris. 1120 at 118. Brian Crane, the stick shift to your view. Cobra left side. Jesse Nelson in the Chevelle on the right. And Crane has problems off the starting line, and the 1-2 shift doesn't happen. 806 at 169 for Nelson. So Jeff Fryer in the 1963 model Nova. He will come up next on a single shot right side. Fryer, who has run in the low to mid 9s most of the week. It looks like he's probably going to be right on that mark again. 898, 152 for Jeff Fryer's entry. Regardless of what they do, El Toro, with a good return, is going to finish top 2 in the class. He's in. Mopar is in. 122.60 foot for Blake. 490 at 147 for Blaine. Chris Mary was supposed to have his Pontiac ready in time, but did not, so he hopped behind the wheel of this car that finished runner-up at Streetcar Takeover just a week and a half before they came here. Eighth mile number is a hair slow. 856 at 159. I think he's already got a 922 in his pocket. Right side, Dan Art, who's number 2 in stick right now. He already has a good run in his pocket. He wants another one. You see it pull the front end back up off the ground on second and third. He's in fourth and digging for the finish line. 875 at 165. Abusing it like it owes him money. Gets it into third. Looks like he's in fourth and rolling. 1063, 126 for Corey. Look at Rick carry that left front wheel out there. The Willys pickup truck out there wheeling and dealing left side. And on the brakes goes 992 at 119 miles an hour. The ill-tempered Tempest. And the gasser for Falcon. Kevin Kaloan in the Pontiac goes 11-11 at 118, 13-31 at 95 for the Rat Rod-inspired Falcon. It looks like Timothy Blythe might make a full run here. Evan Erkowitz, the Pro Street Class leader, is sitting on the opposite side. Once again, Erkowitz spinning a little bit. Blythe is on a good run. 827 at 170 for Blythe. And it looks like Lagasse may have missed third just a little bit. 1019 at 139, 1076. That'll bring up John Christensen, who came one day short from finishing sixth summer last year. He's already got a pass in this year. The 1970 model Nova on the left side of the racetrack. Should be in the low 11s, high 10s for Christensen. To the top end for Christensen. 10.99.4 right in the middle where he's been. 122.14 flat for Tyler Liston. 96 miles an hour in the pickup truck. Bellman is in. Gruber is hooked up this time. Bellman left side. Gruber right side. Gruber might get it this time. 881 at 161. And look at them celebrate. 2017 model Nicky Camaro has been in the low 10-second range most of the week. He'll line up with the big Buick station wagon. It's Wyatt Schultz. Stefano down left side. 10-11 at 136. It's right in the wheelhouse of what he's been running. That is Josh Autry. The Pontiac has been in the bottom 11s, high 10s. Autry has been in the bottom 11s to mid 11s most of the week. A little bit of smoke out of the Pontiac as he slows to a 13-second pass. 11:18 at 117.